going and coming and doing trade on a daily basis. And even the trains running, they have started exchanging goods. So trade is also in a big way, and so are the people coming and going across the border also. The main issues that we are faced with are basically smuggling and infiltration. Things that are smuggled are cattle. That's in a big way. Yes, cattle is being smuggled in a big way. We try our best, and we've been catching a number of cattle across. Fentanyl, the fentanyl syrup, yaba tablets, and these are smuggled in a big way. Yes, and we have over the last year also we have made a number of catches, and over the last year, yes, because of our strict, yes, COVID, we had a 3-month lean period, and because everything was on a stop, because no transportation, no movement, no traffic. So yes, it was to a lesser extent, but during that period, infiltration was being attempted regularly. So the number of people that we have caught who were trying to infiltrate over the last year, 2019, and as compared to 2020, was fairly high, and it was an increase of almost about 20% that we caught. So infiltration was going on, but the number of cattle smuggling was at an all-time low because of those 3 months. And yes, we have been very strict at the borders, and as you would also know, CBI has also booked some cases in which some major mafia elements and some people of our force were also involved, and who were also caught, and they are being interrogated. And we have also been cooperating with BSF that in case there are bad eggs in our force, yes, we will cooperate and bring them to the book, so that this sends a message that this kind of a thing is not to be tolerated. And we are there, an absolutely professional border guarding force, and we'll try our best to either cut out smuggling or exchange information regarding these nefarious elements with the enforcement agencies. We are actively, very actively, I can tell you, cooperating with whatever information we have, because you see, we have a presence all along the 4,000 kilometers. And it's on a daily basis that the patrolling is being done, and local, because our posts are situated right there. So we are able to collect a lot of local intelligence also. So we have been actively, very actively cooperating and exchanging information with whether it is CBI, whether it is Enforcement Directorate, whether it is DRI, or whether it is Intelligence Bureau. We are also doing some operations with Cabinet Secretariat also, and we have wonderful cooperation with West Bengal Police also. West Bengal Police, because we are talking of West Bengal, otherwise Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura, Mizoram, we have absolutely excellent cooperation with the local police. I have gone and met the police chiefs as well as the chief secretaries and the chief ministers in a number of states also. They see absolutely no problem, and we professionally try to guard the borders in the best possible manner that we can. The things that come from Bangladesh to India, cloth comes in a big way, gold and silver. In fact, just yesterday we got about 4.5 kilos of gold. It comes in regularly, and last year we had a seizure in conjunction with a central agency about 30 kilos of gold at one time. So that was also, it comes in a big way, so we try to check that. The main issues that confront us vis-a-vis Bangladesh are, there are a number of firings at the border. So Bangladesh does raise concern, but we have also very categorically told them that, you see, firing takes place, firing can be of two types. It can be the lethal firing, where it can take life of a person, and non-lethal, where you try to deter a person. You fire stun grenades, you have pump action guns, you have chili grenades, you have dye markers, and we are using dogs extensively these days. They have proved to be very, very useful. So firing lethal is only when my person gets threatened with life, or he feels that the weapon will be taken away. You see, all those people who are smuggling, whenever they see that the BSF party by chance is just one or two persons, they do try to overpower. In fact, now we have started documenting each and every incident by whatever means we have at our disposal. I mean, there are, this year itself, there have been 5 or 6 cases where our people have been hit, they have had cuts, they have bled, they have been hit on the head, body, different parts, but ultimately when the lethal was fired and then they did run away. There have been certain killings also at the border, but the question that I would like to raise is, lethal, I mean, that is for you to verify also, not a problem. Whenever lethal is being fired, you will find that most often it is being fired from normally 12 o'clock midnight till about 4 or 5 o'clock in the early morning. What is a respectable person from either India or Bangladesh doing at the border between 12 o'clock midnight to 5 o'clock in the morning near the fence? And we have even tabulated the distances. That how far is he away from his house? There is no reason that a respectable, law-abiding person doing farming, fishing or whatever is 5 kilometers away from his house on the border with some kind of evidence, we either cattle or we catch fencidal consignments at the border. So no wonder he is up to something wrong that he is doing. And it is only in those very grave circumstances that lethal firing is being resorted. We have supplied non-lethal equipment in a very big way. In fact, even if our authorization is say whatever, I mean, for just to figure 100, we have given them at least 180, 190 pump action guns. So our policy is definitely non-lethal. We respect all human life to the best of our ability, but only when it comes to endangering the life, safety of the man or the weapon that might be snatched away is that resorted to. Trade, we are trying to do our best to facilitate trade. You know, so many, like I told you, 400 to 500 trucks, and otherwise it's about 700 to 800, 900 trucks going both ways on a daily basis in the normal times. So trade is picking up, and especially with the trains also coming to transport goods across to Bangladesh. Yes, bigger consignments will happen over time. So we try our best to facilitate. We are in tandem with railways, customs, immigration who are there at the border to help facilitate and speed up whatever trade is there. Like I told you, we've been using dogs in a very big way now. You see, dog is the man's best friend for the last 2000 years, and whenever there's a border skirmish, I can tell you, you see, in the dark night, and especially these days when there's a lot of fog, a dog is an animal which can sense or listen to any kind of movement much more than we humans can. And whenever there's slightest noise or anything, yes, we are chasing them, firing non-lethal, firing lethal, and when we search for that place, whenever there's a little bit of light or using torches, whenever there's anything left behind, either it's a cloth or that they were using, or a fence cutter or anything, we have made the dogs sense these, use the sense of smell, and in North Bengal area or an extended area, we have traced these dogs have gone 1 to 2 kilometers inside using that sense of smell and gone straight to the house of the dog, straight to the house of the person. So we have been able to identify. So we are using these dogs in a very, very successful way now, and much more sense of hearing and smell than the humans, and which is being done very usefully. We are using a lot of technological solutions also, all kinds of sensors to, you know, night vision cameras to UAVs to be able to detect these movements of criminals and detect, so that these once photographed can bring about absolutely incontrovertible evidence which can be handed over to the police, and then the cases can be registered against these people. Even in case of dogs, when it is going on a trail and going to the specific house of a person, we are getting cases registered against those persons, and handing them over to police to do further investigation and verify. There are a number of villages also which are ahead of the fence. There are almost about 250 villages ahead of the fence. So since they are ahead of the fence, they are also in regular touch with people across for all things good and bad. So that also comes in the way. We do a regular check on these people also. And with elections looming ahead, yes, we have to be even more vigilant for any kinds of illegal border crossing, any kind of people who would like to spread trouble across in our peaceful elections, and we'll try our best to try to curb or bring such people to the book or bring them before the law by acting with the local police. In the confidence building measures, there are a number of hearts operating where people from hearts are made on both sides, and then people from this side are permitted to go to that side for a certain number of time, and from the other side to come to India and do their regular transaction, because there are so many common things that these hearts can offer. So hearts are also being increased, and we are facilitating their building of hearts and increasing them in number and providing security there. You would have also noticed that we have also started once again the retreat ceremony at Petropol, which was held earlier but had to be stopped because of COVID. We have started that again. There was a very big crowd. Right now we will hold it once a week, and depending on the circumstances, COVID situation or whatever, then we shall increase the frequency over time. And we also plan to start the retreat ceremony in Fulbari, which is another very big area, very visible area, and which also attracts big crowds. So we'll start there also in time to come. We'll select a date and do that also. This is also the 50th year of the liberation of Bangladesh. So in order to foster better India and Bangladesh Maitri and friendship, which does exist, we are organizing a year-long series of programs. These could be band displays at different locations. These are paying homage to martyrs from our side and from their side on the martyr memorials which are there along the border. Along with, we are calling people from Bangladesh also, border guards also, and they are paying homage there. We are also trying to have a combined set of programs with Army also. Army is also planning, because Army was also in the liberation of Bangladesh in a very big way. So they have planned a series of programs. We have tied up with the Army commander here also, that a couple of programs we will have in common with Army and BSF both participating. We have a cycle rally that's going on, Maitri cycle rally. It's about 4,000 kilometers, or starting right from Sundarman's area and then going Bengal, Assam, Meghalaya. Right now it's in Kuch Bihar. It will be going to Meghalaya, all along the border, then coming to Tripura and then Mizoram till the last point, Parwa. That is the last point. It will go till Parwa, and we will finish off on the 17th of March. 17th of March also happens to be the 101st birthday of Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. So we will finish off on 17th of March by holding a very big function on the border near Silkor. Silkor is the place. And wherever we are going, we are getting very excellent response, not only from our local people in Bengal and Assam, where it is right now, but very cheerfully and very enthusiastically people from border guards Bangladesh are also coming and participating. After all, this is a Maitri rally between the two countries. And so with this kind of interaction and informal interactions, I think we can really prop up the friendship, and we can solve a number of issues in a big way in times to come. So this, I think, over a period also, we'll try to foster this kind of a thing also. Band functions also we want to have on a number of places in a regular manner, maybe once a week in different locations, so that people can come and see, and we can foster this kind of friendship between the two countries. Because you see, there can be a lot of issues at times, there can be a lot of differences, but if the dialogue is on, if we keep interacting, if we keep meeting, if we keep talking to people, a lot of issues can be either solved or their gravity at least reduced over time. So that is our objective here, and we are all prepared as a professional force to look after peaceful elections, whatever is the final mandate of the Election Commission, whenever that comes, and fostering friendship across the border. That's the basic issue. So just to brief you, thank you very much, and if you have any questions, you can take the questions.
Sir, I'm Prakash Sinha from ABP News.
उम्मीद है आपको ये वीडियो पसंद आई होगी। अगर आपको ये वीडियो पसंद आई तो लाइक एंड शेयर करें। ऐसे ही अन्य वीडियो देखने के लिए चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें।